What did he say at half time?
Told them they need to stand up.
Yeah.
You know, they had a lot to lose, that second half. They go out and concede another 40 points. They had a lot to lose. It wasn't like we've got nothing to lose. Need to stand up and be men and respond to what was my worst half of rugby I've ever been involved in it at any level. Because it wasn't that they were really good. We're talking about some really poor stuff from us. Really poor stuff.
What kind of coach are you in those situations? You need to
I wear my heart on my sleeve, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Try not to speak on emotion, but you know, I try to read the room, and when you're 40 points down from the first half and you can't defend one set, I think you need to show some emotion.
Broncos may look at the sort of changes they made in the second half, but your guys were noticeably better.
Well, yeah, we've also got 13 players out. So they made a couple of changes. They bring on some very good players that replace very good players. We named the team this morning. We do it. That's been a hard week. That's been a really hard week. Down to our last 17 players. If you're fit, you're playing. You know, Shez was nearly in there, mate. Honestly, we were that low on bodies. But it doesn't matter because the errors that we're making, they're better than that. Defensive errors.
Because you had such a good start, didn't you? Rowe was down to 12.
Yeah.
Try, and then the restart also went pear-shaped from there, didn't it?
It did. Well, there was a few errors in a row there, but then we actually stabilised a little bit. And then the period kind of just before, well, the 15-minute period before half-time was when the game was done. That was the period. Yeah.
Right. And despite all the negatives you've got at the moment, are you still continuing to take positives?
Absolutely, yeah. There's light at the end of the tunnel for us as a season. We'll keep fighting. To put our best foot forward, we needed a clean year with injury, and to put our best team on the field week in, week out. There's injuries in rugby league. I'm not talking about 3 or 4 injuries that every team's got. But when you get the injuries we've got with the thin squad that we've got, it's tough. But there was still some. So I think there was 3 or 4 players out there. I thought they were brilliant tonight. Robbie Story was fantastic. Sam Davis, 8 minutes in the middle, was unbelievable. Marcus Stock again. I think he's been a revelation this year. Bloke's never played Super League and he's knocking out 60 minutes a week. I think it was fantastic. There's some good performances out there. Reece Kennedy was good. There's a handful of very good performances out there. But the problem we've got is when you've got a lot of players making one catastrophic error. They're not doing a great deal wrong in the game, but they're making one really bad error that equates to a try. When you've got 7 or 8 of them, 7 or 8 tries you're giving away at this level. But some of those players aren't necessarily having really poor game, but they're making one really poor error. But you've got quite a few of them doing that. So
that must be the hard thing, Mike, because as you say, I mean, some of the misses, like you just can't miss the tackles that are being missed, can you?
No.
It's killing you. Like you're almost out of the game before you've got through them. It must be hard for you to stomach as a coach because you can set all the tactics up that you want, but if you don't make those tackles, it's all irrelevant, really, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's obviously reasons why we're missing those tackles. We're under pressure because we're losing rucks and things like that. So, but there's still systems that you fall into when your defence gets compromised, and when blokes come out of those systems, they're errors that fundamental errors. That's like dropping the ball. Every defensive system will get compromised. It's how you deal with it, and we're not dealing with it when we get compromised.
You said there's light at the end of the tunnel. What are you seeing? What gives you that confidence?
Okay. Well, the first thing is getting some players back. Like literally 17 players out there. We need some more experienced players back, which we'll hopefully get. So, first off the rank is probably Sidi Kadabaye will finally come back. Lee Kershaw will come back. Campagnola hopefully will come back. Reece Butterworth hopefully will speak to Hull about bringing him back. they're probably the 4 that you could expect back, imminently, which would make a massive difference. And then Lewis Bierneck and Nathan Toll have been huge misses for us, as we know, kind of around 5-6 weeks' time. But also we're also looking to recruit as well, if we can get any business done as well. So there's certainly we need some bodies back, 100%. Because there's some players out there that need exposing to Super League alongside an experienced team. That's how you develop players, like the best teams do, don't they? But the minute we're exposing a lot of players to that level together, and that's difficult.
You mentioned Reece Butterworth. Fan of him, want him back, clearly. He must have made an impression when you had him.
Yeah, he's been great. He's really, really good. And it shows you where these are at. These have got a great squad, haven't they? With the 2 9s they've got, plus Reece is their third choice, really. So he's been great for us, and he's enjoying his time with us as well. So I'll have a conversation with Willie and see what they want to do around that one.
Just a quick one, of the injuries. The guy that I saw in pre-season, Emmanuel Wayne, had an unbelievable game against Cass. I don't think he's played yet. Is he injured as well?
He played against St Helens. He tore his quad, so he's back around July.
That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know if you watched the Castleford game, but I think the team that you're seeing there and the team that you're seeing now, in terms of the way we play and in terms of the personnel on the field, there's a direct correlation there. Lost a lot of our punch, power, strike, athleticism with Lewis, Emmanuel and Bill Leyland, 3 big ones for us in terms of our go forward.